Hey everyone, it's Lexi. So in today's video, I'll be doing my review of Folklore by Taylor Swift. And so let me just kind of paint a picture of July 23rd when she announced the surprise album. So basically around 6 o'clock in the morning, I heard a big boom and the power went out. And this is honestly the sixth time the power has gone out since March because, 2020. But basically I was already bummed out because that means I couldn't do any of my work or anything, and it was hot out, so no air conditioning, first world problems. And so I was up around 6 anyways. Tucker, our dog, gets really freaked out when the power goes out because it gets really quiet, so I was already awake because he was freaking out. So around 8:30 I open up my Instagram and I see a surprise post from Taylor Swift basically saying that she has written an album in COVID and will be releasing it tomorrow, and I was so happy for it. But so you can tell it came at the right time, because even though I was upset about the rest of the day, I was very happy because I knew I had something to look forward to the next day. So overall, I think this is probably her best album. I've listened to it, like no joke, on repeat since Friday, and I just keep listening to it over and over again. And I think this is probably her most mature and sonically cohesive album. And I think I always have seen Taylor Swift as being genre fluid in terms of, like, she's country, she has pop in her, she's gone pop recently, but she also has some, like, rapping songs as well. So I've always seen her as very genre fluid, so I was interested to see now that this was more of an alternative indie pop album, which I was excited for, because I think Taylor Swift has a very good ability to just kind of go into any genre and make it her own and make it unique and make it very well. So I was excited for this, and I think what I enjoy most about this is that it focuses more on the songwriting and the poeticism of her writing than the kind of music itself. Like, it strays away from the very formulaic top 40 kind of aim that a lot of her songs have had in the past, and I think this one's kind of going back into her songwriting roots, which I really appreciate. I've been reading a lot of reviews and a lot of people are saying, like, like, her songwriting's really well. It's like she's always had this good songwriting, it's just people haven't really noticed it. And I think the mature setting of the songs really makes it shine. So her songwriting talent that is kind of shown within the songs on the album has always been there. It's just people have always just associated her with being a country singer or a pop star, and I think that is taken away from her songwriting. So I like how this kind of shifted gears from that top 40 pop with some really good poetic writing, like Cornelia Street, All Too Well, Death by a Thousand Cuts. It's always been there. It's just I feel like it was overshadowed by the overproduction of a lot of the songs. So what I think she really has done well is integrated storytelling into each song, and how there's a lot of threads that are connected in between the stories. Like, we kind of see the teenage love triangle, as she has already said, which I think is Cardigan, August, and Betty. I think those are the songs that are connected to it. Alyssa Affairs might be another one, but I think it's those three because they reference, like, cars and all that. Like, the lyrics are very integrated, and I also like how she's been telling stories from perspectives that aren't necessarily her own, like the Epiphany, which is basically foreshadowing her grandfather, or retelling her father's account or grandfather's account of storming the beach of Normandy, and then also equating war that that generation went through to the generation of nurses and doctors that are dealing with COVID. I thought that was a very, very good analogy. And so, like, and then even like The Last Great American Dynasty, telling about the story of the woman who used to own her house. Like, I think that's very interesting, and I like how she's like, what did she say? The line between fact and fiction kind of blends. So I like how she's integrated kind of more stories told from other people's perspective. And I really love how you know, relaxed and chilling this album is. Like I said, it's not an overproduction. It's just something you can listen to and relax, and it's just good background music. It's just, it gives you that feeling of like I said to my sister actually, because she said this is her favorite Taylor Swift album too, is that it's like a good song to listen to in the fall when it's raining out and you're driving and like the leaves and everything. Like it's very atmospheric and getting that warm cozy cabin feeling, and I really love it. So overall I say this is probably her best album, I think, lyrically since Red. And I think because this is a new genre, it's hard to compare it to her previous work because it is very sonically very different. And I think like we saw timbits of this type of genre in terms of lyrics and both like the sonic feeling of the song. I feel with like, you know, All Too Well, Clean, Daylight, I think like there is like hints of that type of, you know, sonic feeling to it as well. So it's always been there, and I'm happy that she's finally getting that recognition that she has deserved and she works for. And like I said, like this I feel like came at the perfect time, and I think, you know, I really like, you can really see how easy songwriting is for her, and it's just a really amazing talent, and she deserves everything that she's worked for. And what is really great about this album, I find that it's a song, like I enjoy all the songs on this album, and there's been like a past few songs on her previous albums, like I enjoy all the songs except maybe like one, and this is one where I enjoy every single one. So I'll kind of share all of my favorite songs. I think there is 9, or let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9 out of the 16 songs are like my favorite. Right now I think it's still early to decide like which one would be in like my top 5 or whatever. So general, these are my, you know, top 9 out of 16. But so I have the one, Cardigan, The Greatest, The Last Great American Dynasty, My Tears Ricochet, 7, August, Invisible String, Betty, and Peace. So yeah, like I said, this album, 5 out of 5 stars. I think it just kind of blew everyone's expectations away because we weren't expecting this, especially being it so close to the release of Lover. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, but let me know what your favorite songs on the album are and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.